When you send email and your subscribers click on unsubscribed link, they have very high intent for unsubscribing. They don't want to receive email marketing from you. In 99%, all brands just leave it at that and do nothing. However, from marketing perspective, you have a great opportunity to keep that subscriber in your database, make another purchase. How? I'll show you that strategy in a second on my computer. Before I show you how to build this strategy in Klaviyo, let me show you what the unsubscribe page is. It's a little bit different from preference page. Preference page, it's when people are telling you a little bit more how they want to receive emails, what kind of emails they want to receive, how often, and so forth. But unsubscribe page is people have their high intent. So this is the latest email I received from Away. And when I scroll down, when the user scroll down to the bottom, and I personally don't like this technique. You see, they put everything in the gray, so I'm not sure. Oh, actually, I found it unsubscribed here. So when I click unsubscribe, as you can see, there's no other ways what I can do here. Just click unsubscribe and I'm done. By the way, let's check if they have preference. So as you can see, they have a very basic preference and you can do much better based on the previous video I showed you. And if you miss it, go back in the playlist and watch the previous video. Okay, so this is kind of bad way of doing unsubscribe page, and this is one of our clients, and this is the strategy we implemented for this brand as well as for many others. When you click here unsubscribe, you see it's an extremely high intent that I want to be gone from this brand. I want to unsubscribe. That's why they offering 50% off. I know it's extremely high offer, but it's kind of less chance either they unsubscribe or there's a way for you to save them, and not only save them as an email subscriber, but kind of as a customer. So when I click here and I click update preference, I will be added to a flow, which will send me one-time discount code for 50% off. And it will have the follow-up message that the offer will expire, I believe, either in 24 or 48 hours. So now our technical director, Bobby, will show you how to set it up since it requires some coding. I promise you it will be simple. Bobby will show you step by step what to do and how to do it, and he will share the code with you.
Hello here. So what we're going to discuss in this video is how to create a last offer flow and last offer unsubscribe page. So for that, we'll need to go to settings, other, and first you need to make sure that hosted pages is available. Hosted pages should be available for all paid Klaviyo accounts. So if you have a paid account, you should see this option. So we have multiple pages already created in the past and have a lot of assets, but for you probably this would be empty. So you need to create your first page, and you can name it whatever you want. You just need to remember how you called it. For this purpose, let's call it 0, just so it shows on top, and then test, and then instructions, and let's create that page. So we see some code here, but if you preview, this is like empty page, just as content, so not much there. So what we're gonna do is select everything and remove it, and then we're gonna provide this file with all the code that is needed, and we'll just paste it here, click save, and if you preview, this is what you have right now. So all of this we will edit to make sure that it fits for your brand. Here we won't add, for the purpose of this video, we won't add top image here, and we won't add bottom image, but as you can see, those places, this empty space is meant to be for an image. So here it's expected to be bottom image, and here on the top image, something about the brand to make it look better. But for this purpose, for this video, we won't be doing that. Where you can change those things, those images, you just need to upload an asset here, so image, and depending on what the image name, you should change it here at the beginning. You see line 29 and 33. So the top image, you need to make sure that this name is same as the image that you uploaded, and then the bottom image should have also the same as the bottom image that you uploaded. And then also there is one more place here in the code where you need to upload if you want to put logo. For this purpose, here we have the Leah Easton logo, but I want to remove that for now, so just remove it. Click save, and now if we refresh, there would not be there. So now for the purpose of this video, we'll be just managing this part here. So we want to change the text, we want to change the discount, we want to change maybe some colors and some text on the bottom. I use ChatGPT to generate some random content, so let's do that. So first, how we change the text. And if you scroll down around line 930, you will see this is all the text that we are seeing. Of course, we have here on the bottom email unsubscribes, which is this top part here, but then also the actual text for the brand starts from here. So for the first part, this part here, I have something new in this way. Wait, you're really about to leave. So let's save it and refresh here. And now we see the new thing here. And we can change the size of that, and like, should it be all uppercase, not all uppercase, like that can be edited later, but that's not important now. Let's just change this part of the text also, and all of that text is here. And I will make sure I change all of that. So let me take my code. By the way, this is just random text, so don't pay attention much to the content. We need to remove this. So even though it looks like this, it will not look like this when we save it. So you will see it will all look like a bunch of all text put together. So you see. So it doesn't look bad, it doesn't look good. So we need to make sure that we add the BR, which is break. Let's see if this will work. So yeah, you see we added that one break. So we can edit it as much as we want. Let's put one break here, one break here. Save. Let's see how it looks now. Okay, and then we put 2 breaks here actually after, because we want to have a separation. There it is. And then we have but hey, and the next one is stick around. Okay, so let's make sure first that we put double breaks on the things that we want to see in a separate line. Let's do that first. And we have one more at the end, which is this one. Okay. So we separated the text. Now we just maybe need to edit it, maybe put some break here so this shows in 2 lines. Maybe put several steps here because these are supposed to be 3 different lines. So yeah, let's do that. So we put one break here, here, here. And let's see how it looks now. And as you can see now, it looks much more compact and much better. We can add how it was before. We can add here like 1, because these are steps that we want people to take. And let's save it now and check. Okay, so we are telling them click the button. We will rename it to stay and save, but that's still not the case. And you see here we are providing 30% discount, not 25. So that is what we need to do. So we change the text, but as you can see, everything is staying the same. Everything else is the same. So we just change the text here. Now we need to change this 25% off. And here we can see the 25% off. Let's make it 30% off and save that. And then we want to make the button say stay and save instead of stick around with 25. So here is the text for the button. And we say stay and save. And now if we update it, we will see it like this. And how when you want to edit something here, you can always change colors, and like the easiest way to do this, because there is a lot of code and you may not be a coder, so it would be hard to find what you exactly need to edit here. But if you do it, there is a different way to do this. And for example, let's say we want to make sure that this text is with smaller font, because this may look too big. So just right click on it and click inspect, and here this will show you the code. So what we are seeing when it says element style, that means that in the code exactly where we put the text, there is size, for example font size that says 40. So we can change things here to see how it looks. So let's see, if you put 30, you see it looks better now. But this is not changed, this is just visually changing. If you want this actually to change, we need to go to this place and make sure we edit it. So let's say we make it 30. So what we need to do is go find this line, and then you will see that there is font size 40 that we will need to change. So let's go find that thing again. We said it is at the beginning, so it is here. Wait, you're really about to leave. And here in the code you see font size, it says 40. We just need to change this to 30 how we wanted it, and save. And now if we refresh it, it will actually stay that way. Because here if you change it, let's say back to 40, it will look bigger. But if you refresh the page, because we didn't actually change the code, it's going back to 30 how it was saved here. So this is just for you to see how it looks, and if the changes that you will be making, if they make sense or not. So let's say we want to change the color of this button. So okay, what we can do is go again, right click, click inspect, and here it will leave us to the code for that specific button. And here you see we have this color. But let's say we want something that is different. So you can use hex colors, or you can use colors written in words. Like for example, let's do blue, deep sky blue. Okay, it looks weird, but just for the purpose of the video, we can pick that one. And then this is the text, which is white, and we can change it to black. And okay, so again, remember, we are changing this here just to see how it looks, but nothing is actually changed until we change the code. So if you want to change the code, we can go back and find again this line that is about the text for the button, where we change the text for a button, if you remember. So here, if you check here, you will see somewhere in the code it should say, let's see, okay, here it is, background color and color white. We said, like what were let's change this. I really hate this color. Doesn't look good. I mean, it's better. So let's do this to take it from here and place it here, replace the code. Again, as I said, you can use hex colors if you want. It's easier. Just for the purpose of the video now, it's faster for me to use actual colors. So if I save this and if I refresh now, it will stay the same because you already changed the colors. So let's see about why this is not in the middle. So let's inspect that thing and see where we can change that. Let's see position. Let's see if we add text align center. That doesn't look good. Instead, let's do padding left. Let's do 30 pixels. That doesn't work. 70. Well, actually there should be some other padding, I guess, that is overwriting us. Okay, so this one. So we should change this one then. Instead of 55, let's do 75. Still not good enough. 85. It doesn't look centered. Let's do the 95. Okay, now it looks centered, but we can also increase the font size, it seems. So let's do 16. Okay, 16. Maybe we can do 18. Okay. Then this goes back to 90. Just remember these things, you need to be remembering what you're actually changing. And then it looks a little bit on the top, so we need to push it down a little bit. So if we change top, let's do 5. It's too much. 1, 2. And this looks best. Okay, so remember, now we change things here to see how it looks, but nothing is actually changed. So we will need to add this code. So where to change this? Now we are not looking into the code where we added the text, but actually you can see here, we need to go to line 484 in the file. So we need to find the line 484. Okay, so here, and change the things that we changed. So we put this to 90 pixels. What else did we do? We changed the font size to 18 instead of 14. And what else did we do? We added padding top 2 pixels. And we can add that at the bottom here. Okay, so let's save now. And see if we refresh, will it be okay? Yep, so everything is changed now. Same thing here for this button, so we can change this, for example, to be same color maybe. So let's do that. Inspect, and here we have the color. So background color white, we want to change this. Okay, there it is, sky blue. And we can find this in line 651. So if you go in line 651, the color white, background color white, you can change to sky blue to make sure that now it has the same color here. But you see this also looks a little bit on the top, so maybe we can add here also padding top. Come on. And we want to make it 2 pixels again. Not 20 here. Okay. So here we need 20. So let's do that. We'll add that. Save. And if we refresh now, it looks great. Cool. So what will happen here is we have, if you go to the slide, let me see. So when people click the button, stay and save 30%, so if they click this button and update their preferences, the code here will add property email interest with value accepted last offer. And if they click here and click update preferences, they will unsubscribe. So we want them to click on this and get a new property. Let's say this is the last thing that we wanted to change, and this is how we wanted our preference page to look. You can make it more beautiful, add images, as I said, add more styling to this. But just for this purpose of this video, we can do it this way. So we have this page now. We don't need to change now anything. Everything is set here. So what we need to go and do now is create segment. And we can say test segment, and here we'll say properties about someone, email interest, you remember that was the property that we were working on with here. So email interests and accepted last offer should be the value. Contains the text. You see, this is not an option right now. We don't have this property. So it's always good to go and create this property before so you can create the segment with it. So let me see if I am part of this account. Let's search. Okay, I'm here. I'm suppressed, but anyway, it doesn't matter. So what we want to do is add custom property, email interests, and then we want to add the property that we had here, accepted last offer, and we'll add profile property. So now at least one profile has this accepted last offer. We can remove it now if you want, doesn't matter, but this is on your profile, so it shouldn't be a problem. So now when we want to create the segment, if you refresh the page, and we need to add the name again, segment, what some properties about someone, email, interests, and then contains the text. If you say now accepted last offer, you'll see this is an option here. So we can pick it, and now everyone that has this property will be part of the segment. And remember, the page that we created is still not placed to show for people on our website. We will do that later. For now, we just want to make sure we set up everything else, because the preference page is ready. But what if people click here? We need to make sure that something happens. Right now, nothing happens. They will just get the property and nothing. So what we are doing now is people will get the property and will get into this segment. But also, what we want to do is create a flow. And let me create a new flow. Just add random property. So what should be the trigger here? So the trigger should be when someone is added to a segment, and we want when someone is added to the segment that we just created, so the test segment. So let's use that. Save. And then here we want to send email. So what, and again, you will put the content of this email, you should provide something, and I will explain why. But first, let me explain the process of what we want to do. So we want people, when they click unsubscribe, to get to this page. So instead of just having the unsubscribe option, now they have option to click here. Instead of unsubscribing, they will get 30% off and they can go buy something from your website. So we want when people click this, they will get the property. With the property, they will get into this segment. And when they get into that segment, they will trigger this flow. So what this flow should do is immediately it should send them an email thanking them for staying with us and sending them the 30% discount. So you can create a 30% discount, add it as part of the email, prepare the copy. Once everything is prepared here and this email is ready to be set live, so let's say you added the email, you designed it, you put the discount in it, everything is ready, you set it live. You always must make sure that this email and this flow is live before you set this preference page live, because it would be really bad experience if people click here and they don't receive the discount, and then they will complain and they will come back and they will unsubscribe for sure. So you need to make sure that even though the preference page is live, first you create the segment, then you create the flow triggered by that segment, and you make sure that the flow immediately is sending an email with the discount that you're promising here. Once that is ready, now we can go to the account, to settings, and in the unsubscribe, in other and current content page, consent pages, in the unsubscribe page, we can here, right now we have a hosted pages, so I can't remove it because we are using one for this account. But here you will see an option if you are not using. For example, it will look like this, use hosted pages, and then you can click that and then pick the one that you just created. For us, how we named it? We named it zero test instructions. Okay, so if I wanted to pick this one, it will say here I will pick, okay, 0. Come on, where it is? It doesn't show me. I have multiple, so there is some problem with the UI. of Klaviyo, it should show all of them. But anyway, you pick the one that you created and then you click save. And again, remember I clicked on subscribe pages because I already have one for unsubscribe, but this is where you need to click it. On the unsubscribe page, if you when you don't have it, you will see something like this, use hosted page. You pick that one, you pick the one that you created, and then you turn it live. So now you have live the new unsubscribe page, you have the flow, and you have the segment, and when people click that button, everything will work for them. That is the whole process, and that is how this is supposed to work. If you have any additional questions, feel free to ask them, and we will try to answer as soon as possible. Thanks.